Hey guys. Okay, I had a hell of a week. Got in a fight with Grace, got in a fight with my wife, and I had a big fun time. So what the deal is, and this is two-pronged, this is going to be with the moon deal, but it's all a huge psyop to get me to go to St. Lucian, to live there. Now, the way it used to be was 3 or 4 days, well, I lived in St. Lucian, and then for 3 or 4 days, then they stick me in the Illusion down low, where that's where I like. But I always get into fights in the Illusion, in the dream. Like when I go to bed at night and I dream, I get in a fight when I'm in the Illusion. When I'm up here in St. Lucian, I walk around all day and see my wife, see Christ, see my house. It's like I'm dead. Damn near. Okay, and I wake up in the morning and I'm laying on the floor and sleeping on the floor, and there's my wife, there's my kids, I can see everything. Clear as day. I'm watching it. I'm awake in my head and I'm watching everybody walk around. There's Jesus. Well, anyway, after the big Russian thing, I really got annoyed. My ears got tangled up again with energy. It started popping. That pissed me off. Everything escalated a bit, pissed me off. And I don't want to wake up. I want to go to the Illusion. I don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to see anybody. But they want me there. Now the reason they want me in St. Illusion is my innocence, my voice, my inner voice. Okay? It's like their pet. And they talk to them 24/7, all day and all night. So they want me in St. Lucian. He whines and cries. Richard being mean, Richard fights, Richard this, Richard that, Richard. He hates me for being who I am. He's trying to turn me into him. Like I'm damn near him now, but I go down, I like to fight, I like to play hockey. He don't want it. He just wants to sit around and hang out with the other kids. That's all he wants to do. That's the problem. They don't give a fuck about me and the ego. They do. But they want him. Alright? So, which leads, I had a big fight with Christ about it. My wife about it. She's here bitching in my head right now. Not bitching, she's moaning. She went in my ear. Drives me nuts. Well, it's not in my ear, it's in my head, in my neck. That's how they communicate with me. Through energy. They take their energy, put it in me, wrap it in my head, and then they talk like a speaker. And they're listening to what I'm saying right now. Anyway, so this is what Christ said about the moon. I brought up the moon. I brought up the moon and aliens, other shit, just to piss them off, because I know they hate talking about that, right? When we had our big fight there. And, I don't know, I can try to find it. So much. So anyway, we're talking about the moon. From what I remember, Christ goes, and I think this is just a ploy to get me to stay in St. Lucian, because this is the stuff I like. I woke up the other day. This is when I woke up. It's a psyop to get me to stay in St. Lucian. Pique my interest, my physical interest. I woke up and Christ goes, "Moon's fake, the moon is fake." My whole family is chanting it, "The moon's fake," which got my attention. I go, I know it ain't normal, that's for damn sure. And they go, so I asked Christ, I started asking him questions, and I go, well, is it occupied? I know there's ruins on it, but is the whole moon? He goes, the whole moon was put into orbit, or into a geo-orbit, long before the Anunnaki came. They created us. The moon was there long before them. The Anunnaki didn't put it there. Someone else put it there before the Anunnaki. And they put it there, and he goes, I'm going to go through these real fast to try to remember. He said, it's basically a great big spaceship. And he said, he goes, and Jesus Christ moved it. I go, what do you mean he moved it? He goes, he moved it. So I don't know who, what, when, where, why, when this happened. He goes, I go, well, why did he move it? How did he move it? And he goes, I'm Jesus Christ, I can do anything. And now we're talking about really high Jesus Christ with the accumulation of all Christ, all the people in Christianity. He takes all the people's power in Christianity, the whole power of Christianity, and goes, and moves it. He moved the moon, right? And I go, I moved the satellite, cool. And I brought the satellite I moved. And he went and found out that, yep, I did it. And so he goes, basically, the moon is solid on the far side, which means it's like solid on the far side. Say the moon's round, so you take half, cut it in half, and this half is solid, the dark side of the moon, the far side, and this side ain't. And he goes, it's basically, there's each humans, us, are under constant surveillance. I go, I know, I've heard all this before. It's the same thing. And he goes, well, this is, I'm telling you. He goes, there's a race, the alien race on the moon. I don't know if it's the same one or a different one, but they are in it and they're surveillancing the Earth, learning us, watching us. Now, maybe the Anunnaki took it over, put all their shit in there. But either way, I don't know who's occupied it yet. And it's under humans and the Earth are under constant surveillance. And then he goes, well, Jesus Christ, I told him, I moved the satellite, and he goes, Jesus Christ can move the moon. And I go, then he suggested, let's do it together. And I'm like, fucking right. He goes, let's move the moon together, me and you. And I'm like, yep, let's go right now. And then he said, well, when you come here, we'll do it. And I go, no way, man. I want every scientist, I want to move the moon, rotate it. Let's, me and you, rotate the moon, and I want to see it on CNN, and every scientist run into the toilet the next day. That's what I want to see. And he goes, okay. I'm laying in bed. I moved the satellite all by myself, without Christ. It was just blind rage, but I did it. Why can't he move the moon? Rotate the moon. Hold on. Oh, he goes, there's more moons in the solar system we ain't found yet. That was another one that science doesn't know about. So that was pretty cool. And he said, he also said the moon's a power station, and it was moved there to create stability for the Earth, for the people that live there. So the Earth was unstable. They put the moon there, supposedly. Put the moon there, kept the Earth stable. You know. He said the moon has moved position 7 times, and JC did it once. So he moved the moon once. So 7 times the position of the moon has been moved or rotated, and he did it once. I don't know when. I have no more information on that. But he said later in the day, I was talking to him, he goes, there seems to be no problem with us, me and you, rotating the moon. And I'm like, good. And I want it done like next week. And he goes, it's going to take a little time, I give it in order. I'm like, alright. So, what I'm saying is, if I can move the satellite, TV satellite, whatever the hell they are, if I can move one out and reposition it, Chris can move the moon. He brought it up, I didn't. He said, me and you can move the moon, and everybody on the earth will see it. And I'm going, and I'll make a video about it, and that'll be it. A before and after video of us moving the moon, and everybody on the earth will see it. And he goes, yep. And I'm like, so far, everything is great. Everything's good so far. He hasn't said anything bad. So, what the plan is, what I understand. Now, this is all still, to me, it's still up in the air and iffy. The whole thing was 2 weeks ago. I'm like, let's go to the moon. Show me the ruins. Show me. I wanted to astral travel, not astral travel, but project my consciousness to the moon, where I could go look at the ruins and everything, right? And that's basically as far as I got. I went inside a room with a bunch of ETs, they were tall and skinny, wearing white robes, and projected my consciousness. I yelled at one of them, said, hey, what you doing over there? He looked at me and chased me back to Earth. And that was 5 years ago. And I was with Christ healing me up, but I still went. He don't want me to go by myself because of the ruin my skin or something might happen, who knows what. And he don't want that to happen. And I don't either. So then he goes, the conversation went on. He goes, I'll take you to the moon and show you everything. And I'm like, let's go. I mean, literally, take me to the fucking moon. Like St. Lucia, dude. Put me down on the moon in a physical reality. Well, I want to see the physical reality of the moon and all the shit on it. And then he goes, well, you know the moon's hollow. And that's where this started. And so, he's going to show me the moon, show me everything. He's got to find out that he moved the moon, or whatever. He's going to show me how to do that. He's going to take me there and show me all this stuff. So, pretty awesome. If it happens or not, you'll be the first to know. Every little step of the way. Now, at the beginning he said, don't tell anyone. And then he came back a little later. Okay, you can tell everybody. So I'm telling you now, I don't know if it's going to happen. I want to. I'm pressuring him. And I bitched at him and yelled at him. I said, look, don't fuck me around. Don't jerk me around. We're moving that fucking moon. I don't care. So far, I've heard nothing to the contrary. So, now, with my buddy, I moved that satellite in Windsor that night, one night. I moved the satellite. I woke up in the morning. I didn't remember moving the satellite before I went to bed and projecting my consciousness. I moved that satellite. Totally forgot about it. I woke up in the morning, sat down, started watching TV. All the stations were off the air. Like, shh, the cable TV. This is back in the 1990s, early 90s. Then, I grabbed a coffee and started walking to work. I get to work. I sit down, open up a newspaper, and it said, it was a Globe and Mail newspaper, and it said, CBC mysteriously loses its geosynchronous little orbit, which knocked out last night's football game, and everybody from Manitoba to the east coast of Newfoundland was without the football game, and really pissed everybody off. and it cost them like $16 million to reposition it. Whatever that means. To stick it back to where you can align it to the people. Cost them $16 million or something like that. So I read that, and then I remembered me pushing the CBC satellite. Then I remembered I remembered the stations were off in the morning. As soon as I remembered that, my buddy Mike came in. I'm freaking out. I'm holy fuck, it worked. It actually worked. My buddy Mike sits down, and I told him the story about me moving the satellite. And he goes, wow, man. And I told the story. I go, you don't believe me? He goes, well, what are you going to do? And I go, look. And he goes, holy fuck. He goes, holy fuck. And he freaked right out. And so I got JC now. Mike died. Last year, I think. I go ask Mike. And he goes, okay. So he went and asked Mike. Mike gave him the whole story, just like I told him. And plus my innocence said I did it. And plus, I guess JC went and got the Annals of Richard book, all the crap, which is basically sitting on the kitchen table now because I'm doing so much fucking shit, that he read it in the book that I did it. The fucking book's being updated every time I breach or do something. It's in that book. Oh, another thing, what happened was, I was down in the Illusion. It wasn't a fight, but I was down in the Illusion, and I'm working on a computer in this place. And this girl comes in. I started making out with her, and it was nice. Just kissing and hugging. And we were making out. I woke up. Everybody's running around giving me shit. They don't want no more babies being born for me and another girl. They don't want, babies. I mean, babies as in love babies. That's how babies are born in the spirit world. Out of love. What happens is the love in your heart turns into like a bump on your chest, and it gets smarter and smarter and smarter, and it's filled by the love, and the whoop, it comes out of your heart. Then you got this little soul going, daddy, 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 daddy. Yep, I got two. They're like going to school now. So, and that's happened about 7 years ago. Or, I don't know. But I didn't want that. Then Christ, I go, why can't I go to the Illusion? I go, why? I just fucking hugged her. It's not like I whipped it out and started, And he goes, you might breach. And I'm like, and breach is your inner light creates life, or creates things. Butterflies, whatever. You can breach. And I did this, watch my past videos. Oh, you can't breach in the same illusion. All hell breaks loose. You're not allowed to do that. You can do it in the illusion, but you can't do it in the same illusion. You can do it in other places in Christianity, all that, but you can't do it in the same illusion. I guess breaching is like seeing a UFO over top of New York City. Sort of like Independence Day for people that breach. And it ain't no good for me, because everybody's yelling at me and screaming, good and bad. He's the devil! Oh fuck yeah, oh yeah. The only thing that's stopping people that don't like that, I'm thinking is Christ. Because by the way they're yelling at me, holy shit, you think I was a devil personified. But anyway, that's what happened there. They don't want me breaching when I'm making out with another girl, accidentally breaching. And I can't control it. It just shit comes out. I don't know how, why. I mean, I feel it growing in my heart, and all of a sudden it comes out of the light. It's like a porthole in my chest. It comes out of the light. But it has something to do with I don't know how it works. I have no idea. I create butterflies. Butterflies go. You got 10 butterflies on me. And they're all alive in the spirit world. Created. I don't know how it works. I just like butterflies, and then they started popping out. So there you go, guys. I do that, so he don't want me to breach on a girl when I'm making out with her. So I'll mess her up. Then, so that's why they want me to live in St. Illusion, spiritually. Okay? When I'm in St. Illusion, and I'm perceiving St. Illusion, I'm like, this is like my skins in my body, okay? Imagine a ball, and the skins are all wrapped around the between the physical and the soul. The skins are keeping it tight, keeping my perception out of the spirit world, keeping the voices out of the spirit world. When I open up at night, I open up like a V cone. It comes from here and it goes around and it opens up. There's my wife, there's Christ, and there's my kids. They're playing music. I hear and see all of it. All of it. That's what's driving me nuts. And when I see and I start talking to them, and it's a weird feeling. It's really, I ain't ready for that. It's a weird feeling. It's like I'm dead. And then I realize I gotta go to the bathroom. So I get up. I sit down, or not just, I sit down at the computer, and I meditate, and I relax, and then I slowly dump all the energy, and I slowly come back. The cone closes up in my head, like this. And I'm back. They call that the illusion, but they call everything an illusion. But I don't want to be, but I'm still at that same illusion level. I'm still walking around. My innocence is still going, playing. I'm still laying in the bed and staying illusion. Just because I don't see it. And then, I'm tired one day. I'm walking down the street, and all of a sudden, I'm seeing two realities. I'm seeing me in their world, and I'm seeing this world. And it's like, here, I'm looking at my world, and all of a sudden, their world comes. It's just like their world comes. And then, sort of like this. I'm looking at two different fucking worlds. I'm in my house in St. Illusion, kids running around, colors, sky is blue. The sky is blue in St. Illusion, and I'm walking, and it's really dark and cloudy. I see it really clear, and I'm tired. I see two fucking worlds, guys. It's crazy. When I die, I'm going to be in St. Illusion. It's that fucking real. It's that real. Well, I don't think I'm going to be just there, but I don't know. I got a million things to do. But this is what I'm saying, and I'm walking down the streets. I'm like, fuck, if I was driving a car, come on, man. And besides, I don't want to hear my wife bitching me all day, or talk. I don't want to hear all the kids' issues. When I'm going to bed, I get my little fill down there when I'm in the illusion. And I like that. I like going down and fighting and playing hockey and hanging out with my boys, with the guys, checking places out. But nope, they don't want it because my innocence don't want it. So I'm sitting in the St. Illusion like a lapdog, and I hate it. Man, it was a 2-day fight, 3 days, 3-day fight, argument. I was so mad, you wouldn't even believe it. And Christ don't care. He's like, you done yet? The only reason they want me there is because my innocence is a little kid, and he wants to play with the other kids. They don't give a fuck about my own brain. Just close up and go to sleep and shut the fuck up. That's all they say, basically. Literally, like that. It's unbelievable. Okay, I got another video to make after this one. So that's the moon thing. If I move the moon with Christ a year from now, I'm going to pressure him all the time. There's only so much I can do. And maybe I'll even try it. I don't know. Go by myself. But you know I'll post it. You know I will. I'll post everything. And if it happens, just imagine, this is what I want to happen. Me and Christ go move the moon. Or he sets it up. We're going to go move those moons. I come on here and make a video. Say, me and Christ are moving the moon. You wake up in the morning and the whole world's flipping out because the moon has rotated and the dark side is now facing the earth side, and the earth side is facing the other side. The dark side is on the dark side now. And the whole world's flipping out because the moon changed. Before that happens, I'm making a video and I'm posting it on YouTube. And I don't know if I'll make it public or not, but I'm going to post it, keep it private. And I'll have a date stamp and everything. Then, if the event happens where me and Christ actually rotate the moon, scientists are going crazy. It's on CNN. You look up in the sky, 10,000 little astronomers and 10 million little amateur astronomers freaking out. Scientists are freaking out. NASA's freaking out. What's going on? UFOs flying in the sky. But if you look up and see the moon has changed, I'm making another video and coming out and saying it. Then I'll post, take it off private, and you can watch what I said before I did it. So that's the plan. I asked Jesus. I go, one little problem. The Earth is under surveillance 24/7. So if you rotate the moon, aren't you going to piss the aliens off? He goes, I'm Jesus Christ. I can do what I want. I'm like, whatever, man. You figure out the red tape. I go, it seems to me, the ETs that are in there watching, running everything, the show, in the moon, whoever the fuck they are, I don't know. I think you're going to piss them off if you rotate the moon. You know, you just can't go messing with that shit. And I'm like, dude, alright, well, hey, this whole moon thing could be just a big thing to get me to stay in St. Lucia. I'm not saying. I want it to be real. I so want it to be real. I moved the satellite. I know I moved the satellite. Little old me was pissed off because they took X-Files off that weekend and put a football game on. I got pissed. I moved the satellite. Christ be sure to move the fucking moon. We'll rotate the moon. Alright. There you go, guys.